Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to my street tour. Heading over to the Slavin Memorial, as today is VE Day, a victory in Europe, and also end of Fascism Day here in Europe. So is anyone on? Oh, hello Allison, welcome. I really hope more people will join because I put it up on every group and all around here and that. So hopefully that will work. Hello Linda Sweat, welcome. Yeah, it's cloudy and cold. So definitely not like very much Hello to everyone who's joining. Yeah, I got a good grip on the phone. So that's our presidential palace. So we're gonna go somewhere where we haven't yet today. Yeah, I got it on a selfie stick so it doesn't fall off or anything, and it's much better grip. Here. This is Tolstoy Street. Really beautiful architecture of these buildings. This is going back about 200 years. Hello, Jill Carter. Welcome. I haven't actually gone this street before, so it's a lovely building. This is an older part of the city. They have these bay windows and really lovely. Bit of a breeze. Of the statuary. Looks like they're renovating this building, and it's really lovely to look at. Got the sun out too, a little bit. Lovely architecture, definitely. So today is Victory over Fascism, or Victory in Europe Day, which marks the end of World War II. Exactly 80 years ago today. So it is a very important historical milestone. Mansion. This is another beautiful house. I have to leave my sunglasses at home, thinking it's cloudy. So yeah, really lovely. Hello Francesca Maria, how are you? Going up a steep hill. The higher up we go, the better the view you'll have from here. Looks like they're renovating this old mansion. Oh, look at these steps. I gotta watch my step. Many of these houses are under historical protection, so they can't be torn down. Just have to be renewed, remodeled. Listen to the birds. Oh, lovely flowers. Hello, Gerda Course Guard, welcome. Modern mansion with a 4-car garage. Hello, Sue Cameron, welcome. So I came across a dead end. Okay. Have to return back. Never been here in the street before, so I may get lost. Thankfully I've got the GPS on another phone. Okay, so going to Slavin.
A vieš, že to že ty
Okay.
sú to býva, že to na to správ,
Listen to the gorgeous bird songs. Just love listening to the birds. Pretty impressive mansion right there. So we're in a very rich area right now. Okay, it's this way. Oh, there you see the beautiful Bratislava castle and the surrounding neighborhood up on the hill. So we'll go there also in a couple of weeks, but since today is VE Day, I thought it would be appropriate to of course my GPS has to give out this area, but I'm okay. Right. This way it goes. Hello Betty Curtis, welcome. Hello to you in Tennessee. And now I'm in a villa section of Bratislava, heading up to the Slavin Victory Memorial, as today is Victory in Europe Day, 80 years since the end of World War II. Another lovely mansion. Hello Dianella, welcome. Huge pink wall hiding another mansion. Okay. And this is the embassy of Croatia. So many of these old mansions were converted to consulates and embassies. And lying Facebook keeps saying I've got 3 people watching, but there must be at least 13. Bunch of liars. Another huge residence. Triple garage. It's actually 2 separate residences kind of joined. And here you have a view. Bratislava. 7 people. Oh, okay. Always better than 3. So that's a lovely view right down into town. Hopefully if there are any dogs, they'll be behind their fences. And some of these houses have the most spectacular views. Can't even see it. That sounded like a big boy. This way. Hello, Patricia Lopage, welcome. Second abandoned mansion. Yeah. Also another modern house with garages going right underneath it. And you see all the windows are shuttered, so it means nobody home. This is a vacant lot that you can build on. The view of the castle. And there's the memorial. So we're going to go all the way up there. turn off my other phone now because I don't need it. We got here okay. So today is very special to be here because it was 80 years ago that World War II ended in Europe. Still went on for another couple of months in Pacific Theater. I believe it ended in September after nuclear bomb was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So the view from here is just brilliant. That's the stairs.
Tady se taky dostaneme někde, tak to je máš, no. Já jsem si myslela, že ty pověš, že...
Yeah, I got some water with me and some chocolate biscuits in case I go weak or tired. Okay, almost up. And this is the highest point in the city, even higher than the castle is. As you can see, it's actually further down than we are right now. This is actually a huge mass burial tomb. As you can see, the view is amazing from here. There's nearly 7,000 servicemen buried here, mostly from the former Soviet Union Red Army. you can see on the date of birth 1924, died 1945, so very young people, 21, 22-year-olds. That's the Russian lettering. Azbuka.
No lebo všetci akože tak môžeme to prečítať.
It's one of the main reasons that people like me can be walking here and everyone. So they lie under these mounds. They freed Bratislava in the last couple of months. And these were young people who had their lives in front of them. And they died far away from their homes. It's not about politics or anything, or they were Russian or Ukrainian or Polish or what their faith was. So in English it says granite plaques with the names of fallen soldiers and officers of the Red Army and names of 100 Civil War victims who died in Red Army hospitals and are buried at Slavin Army Cemetery. Hi, Catherine. No, he's buried in a different cemetery. This is a army military cemetery of nearly 7,000 people here. More stairs. That's fine, Catherine. Very glad to have you here. And today it's exactly 80 years since World War II ended. Nothing much has changed since the 80 years. There's still countries out there who can annihilate all of us. I'm just my great uncles, great grandfathers, they all fought in the war, World War I and World War II. My dad, he took 2 years of army training, which was mandatory, but he didn't see any active combat, which was really good. It's important, especially for the young people who may not really care about history much or anything, that they do come up here and realize that these were men in their late teens, early 20s, who were fighting the evils of Nazism and fascism. Whether they spoke Russian or Polish or Czech, or whether they were Christians or Jews, or yeah, you're right, wars make money. It's always about money. Unfortunately. It's nice and peaceful up here with not too many people. This is also a mass tomb. Oh, it's kind of a weird feeling that you're walking over. Most everybody who survived the war is no longer here because they'd be over 100 now. There's still a handful of veterans left. What I'm really surprised is that, being that this is a huge cemetery with nearly 7,000 people buried here, that this is the place of choice for many multi-millionaires and even billionaires buying mansions around here and living in these compounds really close to all these graves. Which is really may peace prevail in Slovakia. May peace prevail on earth. Yeah. This is what they call a meadow of peace. Yes, that's right, Jill. And of course, England was so heavily involved in the war with the London Blitz and people having to shelter in underground stations and riding out the air raids. Terrible times. Yeah, welcome, Catherine. I always like to show different sides of my city where I live. So it's so I'll read this here. The monument, and at the same time the military cemetery of Soviet soldiers who died in the spring of 1945 during World War II in battles with German Nazi troops during the liberation of Bratislava and Western Slovakia. In 6 mass graves and 317 individual graves on the area of 10,000 square meters, there are buried 6,845 soldiers and officers, members of the Red Army. In 2015, on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the liberation of Slovakia from the Nazi occupation, the granite tablets with the engraved names of fallen soldiers and officers of the Red Army buried in Slavin were installed on the retaining walls of mass graves 3 and 4. In 2016, the list was supplemented with the names of 100 civilian war victims buried in Slavin who died in the Red Army hospitals. The monument was ceremonially unveiled in 1960 at the already existing cemetery. central part of the monument consists of a ceremonial room, which includes a 37-meter-high monument in the shape of an obelisk. At its top stands a 7-meter-high statue of a Soviet soldier raising a flag with a sign of victory over fascism, crushes a swastika with his foot by the Slovak sculptor Alexander Trizuliak. The entrance coffer door to the ceremonial room lined with marble is decorated with a bronze relief set by Rudolf Pribisch, depicting the hardships of World War II. Some Slovak cities with the dates of the liberation are listed on the outer walls around the perimeter of the ceremonial room. On the monument there are also artwork of Slovak sculptures Ladislav Snopek, Tibor Bartvai, Jan Kulik, Joseph Koska, Juraj Kren, and Klement Trizuliak. Maintain respect for the soldiers of the Soviet Army who fell for our freedom. Oh yes, my grandma, she was an amazing lady. She survived both World Wars, World War I as a child and World War II as an adult woman. My dad was 10 years old when the war ended. He still had nightmares even into his adult age, because he actually lived not too far from a Gestapo outpost where they were executing prisoners. So many times they heard the sound of machine guns and everything and knew that it was somebody's life being snuffed out. And these young men, they were mostly in their late teens, early 20s. Median age of people who fallen here was around 21, 22. There was a big controversy here a couple of months ago regarding, well, it should be torn down because it's Russia. Well, this has got nothing to do with the current Russian regime or anything. This was the Red Army who, together with the allies of the United Kingdom and the United States, finally crushed fascism down, was able to stop Hitler and Mussolini and all those evildoers, and it had to stop. So it's got basically nothing to do with the regime of the Russian Federation now, or the war in Ukraine, or anything like that. War in Ukraine is mostly about money and raw materials and resources. Because of course war is good business, peace doesn't pay. Yeah. My grandma used to say, whenever there were like teenagers and young people just carrying about and ruining other people's properties, and what you need is the war to survive a war. And there are all the names. All these lives snuffed out. Each grave has one symbolic red rose as a token of thanks. I'll recite a poem that I wrote. This was for Remembrance Day back when I was about 8 or 9 years old. It was actually, I read it on the radio. That was kind of my first show business exposure. So in Canada, we knew that was on November 11th. That was known as Remembrance Day. And in different parts of the world, it's Memorial Day or Veterans Day. So anyway, it was November 11th, which is celebration of the end of the First World War, 1918. And I wrote this poem, and it was published in different magazines and everything, and it's called Remembrance Day, so I'll recite it now. These people have died for our land. They had to go at their given command. They died upon the battlefields, seas and air, and were scattered about without any care. And Lord knows where. These were the people. Why is the sad-looking poppy so red? Because of the heroes who fell down dead. They knew that they would tragically die. Yet they fell for their country, their heads held high. All the blood shared, all the tears cried. I hope that in the future that they will be dried. And that is the reason to this day we'll always remember them on Remembrance Day. So that is my little tribute. I guess nobody knows that I write poetry sometimes when I feel alone or sad. Haven't done so in a very long time. Mostly when I was smaller, I wrote poetry. Your husband is a veteran. Thank you, Betty, for your husband's service. It was a combined effort of so many people. Who knows what the world would have looked now if Hitler wasn't stopped. This is the cross of Russian Orthodox Church. So these are the mass graves. It was amazing to see a handful of 2 or 3 Canadian veterans who were welcomed back in the Netherlands, who actually were there part of liberation. Doesn't really matter whether it was Vietnam or the Gulf or anywhere that evil is fought, people lose their lives. You see the lovely city in the background. Memorial Wall continues here as well. So actually have their pictures as well. Some were older if they were officers, colonels, etc. So like this person was born in March the 4th in 1920 and died in 1945, so they were exactly 25. It really makes you kind of pause and probably the most important lesson to be learned from all of this is that it never happens again. That people will know what their boundaries are, that it's not right to invade or overtake another country who is defenseless or but again, it's about money and geopolitics and all of that, so just get dropped down. Again, even if I were a multimillionaire, I wouldn't like to live close to a cemetery. It's just not right. Yeah, when I was born at the tail end of 1968, I only had 4 days to go. Everybody was mentioning that year as being kind of the year that was one of the worst, with the assassinations of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert Kennedy and the invasion of then Czechoslovakia. And my parents, they decided to immigrate from Czechoslovakia to Canada. And all these years later, over half a century, really nothing has changed. There are still countries out there who are threatening our very existence, who are full of evil and hate, whether it's for geopolitical reasons, for money, for any different. So really nothing has changed. Your uncle served in World War II, Allison. Well, thank you for his service. Did he make it back? And of course there was always the threat of atomic bombs being deployed and dropped and nuclear detonations and all of that, and nothing has really changed. I wrote down information about Victory in Europe Day as well as this Slavin memorial on Wikipedia. It's on my page, so you can have a look at it, read up about it. The war in Japan lasted a few months more. Presumed dead. Really sorry. Interesting tree. Hopefully I can get out this way so I don't have to use all those stairs again. At least this is hope it's not a dead end. Thank you, Sue, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. I will be on Sarah's Karaoke Lounge again on Saturday and Sunday, same times as last week. So, yeah, this way you can get out. Okay. That's good. This is not that steep. I'll post the times for the shows and everything, so. So listen to all the birds singing. That kind of puts you in a better mood. But it's I wanted to take you here today because of the significance of today, which was 80th anniversary at the end of World War II in Europe, so very appropriate place to be. Okay, and somebody likes different colors. Purple garage door. I'll go check it out a little bit. I like the fact that the city isn't that big and you can nice house. It's got the solar panels on the roof. Orange and green, interesting color. Garages. Hello, Michelle Thomas. Welcome. Yvette Craven. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Some of these houses are really huge, as you can see up there. There doesn't seem to be anything over there. Dead end, so I'll probably go just this way. Yes, we have spring now, yeah. Late spring. Summer's in next month. So I have a final month and a half of spring. We had some very hot weather last week or so, then it came crashing down and we're down to like ground frost in the early mornings. I'm working tomorrow from 7 in the morning till 6 at night. Other good thing is that you can go home an hour earlier than regular. Like this color. Be fun to live in. That building over in the distance is the tallest in the city right now and one of the tallest in Central Europe. I think only the Shard in London is taller. Hello, Tracy Evans. Welcome, Tracy. Thanks to everyone who was tuned in to watch the video. So there you've got Bratislava skyline. It's another hill over there with more very large houses and mansions. And there's the upside down pyramid in the distance. And if you haven't seen my latest shows, they're on my YouTube channel. Or also on Facebook, you can look at them as well. Another abandoned house. Could probably be restored. They have the Euro jackpot right now will be drawn tomorrow. It's at 120 million euros. Pretty nice. Wouldn't mind sharing with even 2 or 3 people. 20 million would be okay to live off of for the rest of your life and help a lot of people. Probably my main dream would be to open up my own place, like a nightclub or kind of a cocktail bar where I'd be basically singing from, doing my shows, and can't imagine how wonderful the views must be from these places. Over the city rooftops. All right, Betty, thank you very much for stopping by. God bless. Have a good day. Maybe these houses don't have any lot or garden or anything whatsoever. They're just built into a hill. And then again, you have the castle in the background. So we're slowly walking down. Okay, Jill, thank you for stopping by. Have a good evening. Hello, Lorraine English, welcome.
Ja ich môžem hovoriť. Môžeme sa stať.
I was just up at the Slavin War Memorial, as today is the Victory in Europe Day, so it's 80 years from the liberation of Europe from Nazism and fascism. So I was up at the War Memorial Cemetery. Some kind of public announcement. back at where we started, which is the Croatian embassy. Oh, you don't say. Oh, I'm not going to visit you, so don't bark at me. Okay, enough. Creative department. Work in Hugs Creative. Interesting. Oh, Yaroslava and Christopher, how are you? It's another, how many stories this house has? 1, 2, 3, 4 stories. 5th up there, which is a penthouse. Wow. You see very expensive cars, Mercedes, BMW, Porsche. Huh. House up on the hill. Another nice house. Lovely bird songs to listen to. Your mom's birthday on Saturday. Oh, that's great. Happy birthday to your mom. Hello, Cassie Smith. Annie Hibbert, welcome. So you can go down this way. Well-maintained house, looks very nice. Lovely little backyard. Yellow house. There's another embassy, it looks like, or private residence. Looks like this is the French flag, yeah. Yeah, Ambassade de France, yeah. This is the French embassy. So I was right. Very nice place. This is the embassy of Russian Federation. Yeah, that one, definitely. Oh, I'm definitely not going up there. Okay. So this is where I'll end the tour. So thank you very much for joining me here. This has been Marek showing you a bit more from my city. So stay tuned for other info on my upcoming shows for the weekend. God bless you. Love you all. Stay safe. And I'll see you at the next show.